Hello and welcome back to Sailing Vessel Silver Heels, My Roads 22. Today is Tuesday, sometime in August. I can't remember the date, and I'm too lazy to go look it up. Today is day one of my August week-long cruise, hopefully, and it's off to an excellent start. As usual, we drove up from Connecticut, leaving around 4 in the morning, and that gets us launched at right around noon. And when we left the Rockland boat ramp area, there was very little wind, and it seemed to be coming out of the east. But as we got out into the bay, it was coming from the south. You know, naturally, to leave Rockland Harbor, you need to go west. So I can't sail to the into the wind, but with the wind from the south, we can sail east, and we are. So we are zooming across West Penobscot Bay towards towards North Haven Island, doing like around 4 knots. The wind has picked up. Actually, I started off, I put out the big sail, the Doyle UPS, and quickly decided that was too much sail. So had to pull that back down, put out the regular jib, 130 jib. And that seems just about right. The main and the jib are fully out. A little bit more wind and I'd start reefing, but we're doing pretty well at the moment. So what I think I'm going to do is go through the Fox Islands Thoroughfare, because the wind is favorable for that, and that'll put us in a good position for, I don't know, doing something else tomorrow. Well, that's enough of that for now. I'll try to take some pictures. About 2:45, and we are just heading into the Fox Islands Thoroughfare. The wind has kept up pretty well. I'm a little bit nervous about getting out of control through here, so I have heavily reefed the main and reefed the jib a little bit, because, as I always say, the main is a bit of a pain to reef. I did that when I was out in the open, lots of maneuvering room, turned around into the wind, totally lost all steerage and way, but did manage to reduce the main by about half. And as always, the jib is easy to furl. And I should mention, I'll probably mention it more than once, but the new furler, or the repair to the furler, is working beautifully. So it's working more easily than it ever has. So we're doing a little over 4 knots. We're in this section going a little bit more downwind. It's pretty close to a beam reach here, actually, and that's going to vary as we maneuver through the thoroughfare, but should be fair wind for the whole passage. It's just after 4 o'clock, and we are about to enter the Little Thoroughfare. Well, on one side of that is Stimpson Island, I'm pretty sure the name is. We'll see this on the chart later. The other side is North Haven Island. And we're going to find someplace to anchor in here. The conditions are quite benign, so we don't we don't require much protection, and it's very little developed and very picturesque in here. So that's the plan. It's possible we might sail up to the anchor dropping point. I've never done that before, so that would be interesting. We'll see how that goes. Well, it's almost exactly 4:30, and we just dropped the anchor. Curiously, it's a fairly large area. I had a spot in mind, a few hundred feet from here, and there was a boat anchored right, almost exactly there where I thought I would anchor. So I anchored, somewhere else. I'm closer to some dock, signs of civilization that I would choose. But I no sooner got the anchor down than that boat pulled their anchor up and left. I don't know if it's because I arrived or they were planning on leaving anyway. It seems I've seen that kind of thing happen like on a Sunday night. People anchor out for the day and then go home. But it's Tuesday, so where are they going? I don't know. Anyway, we did anchor under power because right after I made the last clip, the wind just died altogether, and it's still dead. So without any breeze, it's kind of warm. So and there comes the sun. So we're not going to set up the pop-top enclosure right away, certainly. I'm not sure what we're going to do. We have to get the anchor, finalized. Then kind of tidy up. It's about 5:30 now, and I finished some chores and was trying to think of what my next chore might be. And it occurred to me I should show you the chart and do a little look around of the harbor. So this is Rockland Harbor, where we started, right down in this area where the boat ramp is. And we started motoring. There was very little breeze close into shore. I could have used some breeze when I was here setting up the boat. It was pretty warm. But as I started out and looking at the directions boats were lying at anchor out here, the breeze seemed to be coming out of the east, which is bad because coming out of Rockland Harbor, you need to go west, at least initially. But as I got out further, it seemed the breeze was coming from the south, which was, I could work with that. So we set sail and started making our way across West Penobscot Bay. Obviously, this took a couple hours. And across to, this is the Fox Islands Thoroughfare with North Haven Island and Vinyl Haven Island. And now we'll need another chart. So here we are again. I should mention the breeze was pretty good once I got out of Rockland Harbor. We were doing 4 knots, pretty close to it most of the time. And as we came up into the Thoroughfare, we were going more downwind. And, so that all worked well. This is where I shortened sail, just to make sure I wasn't overpowered. And I think it was a good thing I did. As we came up through the narrow part of the Thoroughfare, the wind came and went. There were areas that seemed blocked. There were areas that seemed that the wind actually got accelerated for brief periods of time. But anyway, we came through without any problem. A ferry did sneak up behind me as I was approaching the town of North Haven, but I was already towards the edge, so it didn't really matter. I just got a little closer to the edge just to give them plenty of room. Anyway, and then we came up and across this kind of bay area and into what's known as the Little Thoroughfare. in this area here with, oh, look, it says Little Thoroughfare right by my finger. And this is Stimpsons. Yeah, Stimpsons Island here. And we're here between Stimpsons Island and this area of North Haven Island. And since there's not a lot of wind, but what little wind was supposed to come out of the south, it's actually coming probably more southwest. What a shock. So that's where we are, and we're kind of well positioned to continue to the east tomorrow. So we'll start by looking south towards, so this is Stimpsons Island, and right here there's nothing but trees and rocks. I did take a shot coming in of one house, and if we pan a little to our right, there's a dock there. We can't see the house from here, but there is a house up in there as well. And then as we get to the west, we're going to be looking into the sun. So that's generally the direction of the town of North Haven. So that's the way we came in to this area. And then over here, this is part of the island of North Haven. There's a nice home over there. Looks like it's probably old. There's an old barn there, some other outbuildings. Probably very expensive. And there's another house there, and another sailboat, a boat that did not leave right after we got here. They were here too. And then looking west out of Little Thoroughfare in the other direction, and beyond that, might not come out at all, is Deer Isle across, what would that be, East Penobscot Bay. That's probably the direction we'll be going tomorrow. And then more of Stimpson Island back to the south.